Access to specialized care in Montana is getting a major boost. Today, providers unveiled a new pulmonary ventilator unit, the first of its kind in the Treasure State. MTN's Justin Robichaux explains how this new technology will help patients stay closer to home.
3, 2, 1.
Park Place Transitional Care and Rehab cuts the ribbon to introduce the first ever long-term ventilator and tracheostomy unit in Montana. Director of Operations for Sweetwater Care, Cameron Tuttle, says Montanans no longer have to cross state lines.
Now, if they need to be on a ventilator for a long term, there's no placement for those patients here in Montana, as I mentioned earlier. So we have to send those patients out of state to keep them on a tracheotomy and ventilator system. So now we have the trach and vent systems here.
Regional Clinical Director for Sweetwater Care, Timothy Rock, explains how the ventilator works.
It breathes for you. Essentially, something has happened to you where you're compromised or not able to breathe on your own. Mechanical ventilation does that for you. And so the machine works as you're through an airway and into your lungs and helps your lungs function.
For Director of Nursing, Sarah Rock, the ventilator will open job opportunities.
Here with our patients, we need fantastic nursing care, respiratory therapists, therapies as in occupational, physical, and we also need great volunteers to support through this.
According to Timothy Rock, Montanans will have a place to go in case of a traumatic accident.
All of Montana is really recreational based, and there's a lot of traumas and accidents that happen, and this just gives a net to keep our people here, to make sure that we're keeping them close to their families and their culture and the Montana heritage.
Park Place Transitional Care and Rehab says if you have family or a loved one out of state, this unit could bring them back to Montana. In Great Falls, Justin Robichaux, MTN News.
County health officials are warning families about a baby formula recall. The FDA has recalled all ByHeart infant formula products due to concerns about botulism. The recall expanded to include all formula products after 23 cases were reported across 13 states as of November 19th. To date, no cases have been reported in Montana. The batches are suspected to have been contaminated during manufacturing and bottling.
There was one batch that was noted to have botulism in it, and of course discovered after it had already been distributed out. And that has caused quite a bit of illness for several children, multiple. I won't name how many because it's probably still changing, right? So that illness oftentimes starts with like constipation, fussiness, that sort of thing.
Retailers have pulled the formula from stores. Parents are advised to discontinue use immediately. And if you notice symptoms such as poor feeding habits, difficulty swallowing, or reduced facial expressions, call your pediatrician. Additional help replacing formula can be found at your local health department.